Hi everybody, this is Amalia and I'm here today with a card making tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make a tent card and how to create a card without knowing how to color. A lot of people don't like to color, so I'm going to show you some easy inking techniques so that you can create a beautiful card. This is a pre-made, pre-scored 5.5 by 5.5 card. And this is just my process for figuring out all of my dimensions. So this is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. I need to divide or split the front half of the card in half. So half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So that's where my score line is going to go. So now that I've scored the front of my card, I'm going to make a note of all of my layers. My matte layer is going to be 2.5 by 5 1/4. I'm going to make my layers about 1/4 inch smaller than my card front. And then the design paper that I'm going to use is going to be 2.5 by 5. I'm cutting my layers from some pink cardstock that I have. So first I'm going to cut it lengthwise to 5 1/4, and then I'm going to cut two pieces that are 2.5. So two pieces that are 2.5 by 5 1/4, and then from my design paper I'm going to cut two pieces that are 2 1/4 by 5. Off screen, I've used my Big Shot to cut some scalloped circles. These are about 3.5 inches. And then I've also used stitch die to cut some white paper that are about 3 1/4 inch circles. I'm going to be using this old Stampin' Up! Set. I'm going to be using Versamark watermark ink and Imagine Crafts MBoss embossing powder in iridescent opaque. I'm going to be doing some white on white embossing and then coloring over that embossing. It's going to create a really pretty fine look. I'm going to pour the iridescent opaque over the stamped image and then shake off any excess. And I have my heat tool getting hot in the corner. Look how pretty that is. That sparkles so much. Once your heat tool is all warmed up, it really melts the embossing powder pretty quickly. This happens in just a matter of seconds, and once your embossing powder is melted, it is set and ready to go. I'm using Versacolor Canary and Versacolor Pink. These have been really versatile colors for me, and of course I'm using the Imagine Crafts sponge daubers, which have gone through the ringer. I have made about 40 different projects using these sponge daubers, and they're still hanging on for dear life. I have loved using them. First, I'm using the sponge dauber in some yellow, and I'm just going over my rose image very lightly. Then I'm going to take the pink, and I'm going to go over that yellow and the white to fill in any empty spaces and to sort of blend the pink and the yellow for a really beautiful peach tone. And that's it. I'm done with the coloring. And for those of you that don't like coloring, this is a great way to color some florals that you might have. To make it extra shimmery, I'm using some sheer shimmer spray. Say that 10 times fast. I just want my floral centerpiece to just sparkle a little bit more. And if these shimmer sprays are sitting for a while, you really need to shake them up. And then you just spritz it. And I really went to town and spritzed it. I'm just going to set it aside for a few minutes to dry. Look at that. Fabulous. Now that all my pieces are done, all I need to do is assemble them. First, I'm going to layer my design paper over my mat, which is in pink, and I'm just eyeballing it. This is probably hard for some people, but I'm just eyeballing it, making sure that there's about 1/8 of an inch around in pink so that it looks like it's nice and even. And I'm going to do my second piece the same way. And with just a little bit of patience, your front panels will be done, and you can add them to the front of your card, just like I will here. I'm adding my floral to my scallop panel. Then I'm going to add some foam tape to the bottom half of my floral panel and then attach it to the card. Now my card needs a sentiment, so I'm using Well Scripted from Stampin' Up, which is a retired set, and I'm using my VersaFine Claire in Pinecone. This is a brown color, and look how beautifully this stamps. Just one stamp, and it looks perfect. I tell you, this VersaFine Claire ink is amazing. I've cut down my sentiment and backed it with some pink cardstock, and now I need to place it on the inside of my card, and I'm placing it in the middle of the inside of my card so that it can catch the top layer of the card and it will sit open like that. And that's why I call it a tent card. A closer look at that fabulous shimmer from that shimmer spray, and I'll leave links below so you can find where to get that shimmer spray and all of the other products that I used today. I added a little bow. I made 2 samples. One of them is a Mother's Day card, one is a thank you card. Here are the measurements if you'd like to try making this card yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below, and thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. Bye!